Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Screen Scene Guru, and tonight I'll be coming at you with a TV and movie review, so be sure to stay tuned for all the goodness. Starting off, I've watched the James Cameron two-episode TV special, the Avatar Fire and Water, the making behind the first two Avatar films, which was a Disney Plus original special they dropped just a few days ago, I want to say. Really unexpected. Cameron's been talking about a Disney Plus series he's wanted to work on for a long time, and finally they've given it to him. So it was really good, very informative on how they do the motion capture, all the work. They don't use CGI. They try to do all the motions as realistically as possible in a sound stage in a water vat tank. But yeah, really cool stuff there on Disney Plus, guys. You can check that out there. A behind-the-scene journey explores the creation of Avatar: The Way of Water and the previous film, and even the making of Avatar: Fire and Ash. So there's a special sizzle reel where you get to see some new exclusive scenes. Featuring exclusive footage, conversations with James Cameron, cast members, and key production figures. So really cool stuff there. Like I said, it's a Disney Plus original. There was rumor that he was going to do a mini-series in between Way of Water and Fire and Ash. Seems like they might not be doing that now, because he confirmed that they are officially working on releasing Avatar 3 this December. So really excited about that. Hoping that's going to be pretty good, because we didn't have to wait 10 years in between films. He is shooting them all consecutively at once, and is planning on releasing them once every few years, apparently, going all the way into 2028. So really exciting news. So yeah, really cool show. I highly recommend it. Moving on from there, the TV side, I do want to mention a new movie that dropped this year, Last Breath. Now, this was a diving movie. This was about the real life story, a true story that follows suspended deep sea divers as they battle the raging elements to rescue their crewmate trapped hundreds of feet below the ocean's surface. So this was a really interesting take on these people trying to, work on natural gas, these mines, or these pipes underwater to make sure the United States had power, flowing gas. And this ship was knocked about during a storm, and the workers were, of course, thrown around under the sea. One of their lines, their cable, ends up getting caught, snagged, and then the cable breaks. These are cables that have electrical equipment and, of course, an air hose line. The crewman is able to cut off his air, turn off the hose end, and use his auxiliary, his emergency air, but he only has 10 minutes, and it takes him about 30 minutes for them to find him. So when they find him, he's been deprived of oxygen for a long time. They give him a couple of breaths, and then he comes back to consciousness. They still have no real explanation on how he survived down there. The scientists and experts have rumored that most likely because of the cold, the temperature being so low and the pressure, most likely didn't cause brain damage. Even though he was without oxygen, he was oxygen deprived. So yeah, really interesting story here. It has a couple of big names like Woody Harrelson and Simu Liu, who you guys might know from Shang-Chi, The Legend of Ten Rings. Looking to see it's a sea adventure drama thriller movie. I watched it on Prime Video. It's included with your Prime membership, so it was free on Amazon Prime. So yeah, like I said, the director, Alex Parkinson, let me go into him real quick, of Last Breath. Let's see what else he's done. So it says he did Lucy the Human Chimp, okay, from 2021. What else is he known in? Okay, so Last Breath, 2025. He did Living with Leopards in 2024. Lucy the Human Chimp in 2021. Jeremy Wade's Dark Waters in 2019. He did one episode. Looks like he did another thing called Last Breath in 2019. Jeremy Wade's Mighty Rivers miniseries. He was a director on one episode. River Monsters. So he did River Monsters from 2010 to 2017. And I'm a big fan of that show. So it's pretty cool that he did that. He did Primal Survivor TV series from 2017. I didn't watch that one. James Martin Home Comforts, a cooking show. So he's done a lot of TV shows. He did Superhumans with Stan Lee from 2010. 4 episodes he was director of. So pretty cool television director. Now he's made it to the big leagues, to movies. So I really like this Last Breath. I watched it digitally. I didn't go to the theater to see it because I didn't know if I wanted to spend my money on it. But now that I've seen it, I kind of wish I had. So yeah, really interesting stuff, guys. This Last Breath movie, it's PG-13. It's an hour and 33 minutes. So pretty good watch if you guys are interested in undersea work and how all that stuff looks. Going on to let's see some movie news real quick, because there has been some news dropping, guys. Today, Warner Bros. Officially started the bids for their sale to go into fruition. So yeah, there was a Yellowstone spin-off series called Marshals happening, which is going to premiere on March 1st, 2026. So that sounds like it's going to be something interesting to check out. Tom Cruise finally got his Oscar. This is some stuff that I focused on last time. Sadiesink was confirmed for Avengers Secret Wars. So that's really interesting news. Daisyridley to star in a zombie film. We Bury the Dead, releasing on January 2nd, 2026. It's going to be a vertical film, so very interesting stuff that we're going to be getting 2 zombie films in January, because we're going to be getting 28 Years, The Bone Temple, and also this smaller film, We Bury the Dead. So really interesting stuff there. Going on, we've got, Martin Guerrero is moving ahead with his Prime Amazon Stargate series. Was just announced. It had a fan video that goes into all of the creatives from the past 3 series, talking about how they've waited 10 plus years for more Stargate, how their fandom on the internet really kept going for all of 25 years. Really exciting stuff there, and they're still very connected to each other. So yeah, Christopher Judd is tapped to play Kratos, potentially, in the Sony-led series. It's going to be on, I believe, Amazon as well. But it's really cool to see, Christopher Judd getting some roles after playing Tilk for SG-1 and into other movies. Going on, we've got, of course, Ronald D. Moore doing the series for God of War, which is really exciting news. He did Battlestar Galactica. He did other iconic series like For All Mankind, and now he's working on God of War. The Stargate deal at Amazon MGM is to do movies and television. So, and they said it wasn't going to be a straight up reboot. It was going to be a new take on the Stargate universe, respecting the past and paying homage to things. Wicked for Good is getting really good critically scored reviews, really high up there, higher than the first movie, so that's really interesting news to hear. We got our first trailer for Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping as well. And I think this looks like the best of the Hunger Games. Potentially it's going to be about Haymitch and his games. So they're taking the story from being about women fighting in the games to men. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. It is coming on the anniversary of Battle Royale as well. And I think these films were very heavily inspired by those. So it's coming out on November 20th, 2026. So right around Thanksgiving, we're going to be getting the new Hunger Games. And I'm hoping it's going to be big. So yeah, I said Wicked for Good was getting really big views. I do want to mention real quick UAP news. They did have a remote viewer recently come out to talk about 3i Atlas. This is supposed to be an expert in the field. He goes by the name of Sabastianmartin. If you guys have heard of him, you've seen his videos circulating around the internet. He claims that he did a remote view and he saw 5 million draco in suspended animation pods, which sounds very alarming. He says it's a fleet craft, and they will be awakened at some point when they are apparently threatened. We don't have anything out there right now technologically to really show up on their radar, but the fact that these are something new reports that we're hearing, I just wanted to mention this and bring it up to my community of awareness. They talked about the Draco agenda, where they're not something that humanity wants to face. We're not ready for them. They've mentioned this idea, this theory of multiple aliens, the Greys, the Nordics, other things. I do believe that there's a very vast universe going on, lots of life. I don't want to say, there's good or bad types of any kind of race or any kind of, species, because there are infinite possibilities. But it's very fascinating with these reports coming out. What do you guys think? I've actually got a shirt on right now, which is the Bob Lazar S4 sports model. Depending on what you think about his claims, a lot of people try to go after him, but let me know what you guys think of all this news. What do you guys think of the movies and TV picks? Let me know down below. You guys can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Threads at Scene Screen Guru. I do support all kinds of movie lovers and cinephiles. Trying to get up there in my YouTube count. I'm up to 82 subscribers, so I appreciate everyone following me there. Until next time, bye bye. Have a good one.